Good evening. It's Wednesday, which can only mean one thing. It's life hack day. So I'm here with Renska, and I'm just gonna wait for a few people to join us, because a number of you perhaps won't have been expecting me to do a live tonight. But we're here. We're here on a day that's kind of turned to winter here in Cartmel. It's very, very cold. Hello, Tara. Thank you for joining me. So it's very cold. I've got my winter coat on. Evening, Diane. Hi, Donna. And I have to say, I think the Cartmel Valley has shed a few tears itself for Teddy today. And I'm going to ask none of you, look, I'm starting already. Right, okay, so I've got to promise not to shed a tear tonight, and you've all got to promise me that you're not going to shed a tear tonight, because there's lots of lovely things happening. There's lots of good things happening. Hi Sally, hi Lenny, hi Lorna, hi Monique, hi Trish, hi Petra, Maury, Nancy, Christine. Sorry for anybody I miss. So when it was pouring with rain earlier, and we even got some hailstones, it was kind of a reflection of the mood on the yard at the moment, as you can imagine. I'm sure many of you will have watched the video from last night. And hi Jamie. Anyway, I might be a little bit lost for words tonight, but I'm going to take you out for a little mooch with my gorgeous Ren. I'm not going to make it very long, sorry. I'm just going to take you around the fields. Hi Peg. Yeah, no crying at all. No crying. There was lots of that. Well, there has been lots of that. But as I say, you know, there's lots of other things we can think positively about. I'm not hesitating because I'm trying to think of positives. I promise there are. I spoke to Sam earlier today, and he'd got the bloods back for Nero. Nero's he's still not himself. He's still a bit under the weather. So it looks like he is still fighting off a virus, because his bloods showed that there was a bit of liver damage, which can sometimes happen when there's been a virus. We don't think it's anything sinister. I think it's just taking him some time to get over it. Oh, have I got that camera angle right? It's chilly and breezy in Bristol as well, Sally. Yeah, I don't know what's gone on with the weather. It's not very nice. No, Jamie, you're absolutely right. There is nothing wrong with tears, but equally, I don't want you joining me and for it to be, you know, a somber event, because, you know, it's not somber at the moment. You know, it's very sad, and it's frustrating in many ways, but you know, there's all the other guys here that they want us to stay cheerful and happy. Hey Ren. So I'm afraid I've got no one in the turnouts tonight, because little Nero is inside, Hidda's inside. So Hidda had his sarcoid ringed again the other day. What I should confess to is that this is really, really rare for me. I've not taken a single picture or video on my phone today. So this is my first little bit on a screen, which is really unusual for me. Which is another reason why I wanted to bring you alive, because there's not going to be a video from me tonight. Just didn't feel right to video today. And you know, if it doesn't flow, it's not the right thing to do. But I had a great distraction this morning because I had lovely visitors, Pam and Graham, who visited us a few times before. They came for one of our custom experiences, so I spent the morning with them, with the boys and girls, which was really lovely. Hi Frey, thank you for saying the camera angle's good. I hope you said that before I sort of adjusted it slightly. So Peg, when is the Hoitzer raffle going to be drawn? I did have to check with Frey that I hadn't promised it for tonight. The plan is to do it next Wednesday. So we've got the Hoitzer and Hunnis raffles that are running at the moment because it is Angel Eyes' 14th birthday on Friday, and then Hoitsy Poitsy's 22nd birthday. 22nd, how cool is that? That is on Saturday. So we've got some Wendy and Diane classics, a felted scarf for each of them. So Hunnis in his lovely silver sparkly colours, with all those, if you remember last week, or if you've seen the pictures and video, all those beautiful flowers and the sparkly bits that Wendy's added in. I'm sure bits isn't the technical term, I'm sure it's something far more technical than that, or far more descriptive than bits. That sounds shocking, isn't it? I should learn a better vocabulary. Oh, I just caught the gate, sorry Ren. There's also a Hunnis quilt. Oh, this field's a bit squelchy because we have had quite a bit of rain, but hopefully it won't be too bad. And then there's that gorgeous black, orange and gold felted scarf that Wendy's done for Hoitsy, and that equally gorgeous quilt. Jamie, I'm surprised you're even attempting tonight's hack, but hopefully it's because you're up for all the love and support of all of us that all of us are sending. Jamie, you know what, as I've said most Wednesdays, a lot of the time this is for me, you know, for me to get out and spend a bit of time with Ren, because she is one of my older girls. So it's really important for me to do it, just for me, but it's lovely to bring you all along as well. And trust me, there were moments through the day where I just thought, no, I don't want to do this tonight, I really don't want to do it, but guaranteed, if I make the effort, it always makes me feel better any time around them. Thank you, Lindsay, thank you. I will get back to other videos, but you know, there wasn't, don't worry, you didn't miss anything from today, other than the fact that, you know, I've got the update on Nero. And what we're going to do with Nero is, because we're taking Hidda and Iceman up to see Sam on Monday, back in the lorry again. I spent a long time in the lorry yesterday. I'm going to take Nero up again, because what Sam said is that, as a lot of you will know already, the body is really good at regenerating a liver when there's some damage. So in theory, if it's a virus and he's getting over it, he should regenerate his liver himself. But what we'll do is we'll run some more bloods on Monday just to check what his levels are, because his liver function is good. There's not a problem with that. But yeah, it was a bit sad this morning seeing him just in the turnout, and he wasn't coming over and saying hello, and we all know how cheeky he is and how he loves to, you know, come over and try and nibble on you and climb the rocks. Oops. But apparently Jodie said that he was trying to climb the rocks a little bit yesterday, so sorry, I should look at the comments. Tears are a release, the pressure cooker of life. I like that. Oh, and as Freya quite rightly points out, the raffles close on the 12th of June, which I think is next Wednesday. Sorry, I'm just having a read of the comments. Ren, did you want to go in the water, darling? true. Sometimes it's good to have a distraction and focus on the positive despite what's going on. Riding is a good way of doing that. You know, any time with the horses is a great way, and this was where it was actually really nice for me this morning to have Pam and Graham on the yard, because it meant that I had even more of a good reason to be out with the horses. Look, Ren doesn't even want to splash today. Look how pretty this beck looks. I know it's not sunny today, I love these little white flowers and the yellow flowers, even though they're buttercups. There is an ulterior motive for coming through this field as well, because while it's not sunny and there's no clicks fly out, I thought I can at least have a look at the grass and how it's growing. HB, enjoy your ride, Tracy. Whatever is best for you at this time. Thank you, I appreciate that. And aren't they talented, Diane and Wendy? I know, Hoytzer, 22, and Ren's 19. Actually, you know, that was, I never generally think about what I'm going to talk about on these lives, but I have to tell you this, because I was driving, as you know, yesterday, and it's great thinking time, and I don't usually get a huge amount of that. And what I did was I listened to one of the podcasts from the Frisian Advocate, which is a podcast done by the Fenway Foundation, who you'll know that I've talked about before. And they released a new podcast, I think it was last week, and it was on cloning. And I thought, do I really want to listen to that? You know, I'd listened to the Marco de Bruin one, which was absolutely brilliant, because he's a specialist vet on Frisians, you know, sees a lot of the issues that there are health-wise in the breed. So that was really fascinating to listen to, and actually tied in really well with the fact that he was saying a lot of Frisians struggle to get over viruses. It's funny how the world works. And anyway, I thought, okay, shall I listen to the one on clones? Because there's a Frisian that's been cloned. And all I knew about cloning was, you know, as most people do, Dolly the sheep, that became famous back in the early, I can't remember. I don't understand a lot about it, so I didn't feel, you know, not in a place to comment or give my views. And I thought, well, I'll listen to this. Anyway, guy in Texas, I wish I could tell you his name and the organisation's name, and you know, clearly the world's leading expert on cloning. They do a lot of cloning of excuse me, different animals, pigs, cows, endangered species, I believe. And I'm not even going to try and replicate the talk and what he was talking about, but it got to a point where Angie DePoit, who carries out the interviews along with Scott Kelnhofer, and it was Scott and Shelley, his wife Shelley, who set up the Fenway Foundation to research all the health and genetic problems in the breed. And he was obviously on the interview as well, and Angie asked the guy, the specialist, whether he was at liberty to talk about the Frisian that had been cloned. And honestly, this made me cry. He said, well, as we have the owner of that clone here, I think we'll leave it up to him as to whether he wants to talk about it. Anyway, Scott came on and basically said that his once-in-a-lifetime horse, it was an approved breeding stallion called Anton, who was absolutely stunning, lived till he was 28. I'm just going to cut to the chase. He's basically cloned him, and the foal was born. The foal was born last month. Now, I'm sure everybody will have all sorts of different views on cloning, but the thing that really struck me was Scott's reasons behind it, which I think, you know, you need to listen to. It wasn't done for any kind of commercial reason, because he's not that kind of person. It was done because he adored this horse. Anton was an incredible incredibly healthy horse that lived till he was 28, and when there are so many issues on health within the Friesian, and there's a lot that needs to be done to try and improve the gene pool and improve all of these problems, it was really lovely. Anyway, I'm not going to harp on about it, because, you know, if you've got the chance, do take a listen to it. And it's given me a whole new outlook on the reasons for cloning, and sort of thinking about, is there a possible way that this kind of science can help undo some of the damage that mankind has done to some of these breeds. But yeah, that's a very deep thought for the day. But I have so much admiration for everybody at the Fenway Foundation for what they do, you know. And as I was driving across to Yorkshire, I was thinking about, you know, the health of all of our horses and the problems that there have been. And, you know, I'm in no way saying what's wrong with Teddy is a Friesian specific issue. It is incredibly unusual, but, you know, there are a lot of issues there. You know, I've lost them to ruptured stomach, to aortopulmonary fistulation, and now I'm getting morbid again, and I was going to try and make this a happy hack. Anyway, I will go back to comments, but yeah, do take a look at that. Susan, love, hugs and caring thoughts, thank you for going out. Oh, thank you, Susan. And I have to say as well, you know, thank you all for your lovely comments, words, emails, everything. I'm afraid I haven't got round to sort of liking everything. Oh, Ren's waking up now. Should we say hello to the cows? Should we say hello to the moo cows over there? No, do you not want to? Okay. Oh, Ren wants to have a little bounce. I'm going to just go through the field just so that I can see how well it's growing in the middle here. It is a windy day, so apologies if the sound isn't so good. I wish someone would have cloned Hida's dad. Beautiful. Do you know, that was absolutely the first thing that I thought when I heard about it, because, oh, a cloned Jasper. Wouldn't that be amazing? And then, you know, it's funny because I've joked for years that if I could clone a horse, it would be Renske here. You know, she's been the healthiest, the most reliable, strong, bold, brave, just the perfect character. I'm sure in terms of her conformation she wouldn't be considered, you know, a top quality Friesian, but, you know, she's a second Premier Star mare. But in terms of just a wonderful healthy horse, she's brilliant. But no, we're not going down the route of cloning. It costs $85,000. Wow. But then, as Angie said, you know, if you're going to go to the Netherlands and try and buy yourself Ren wants to have a canter, the grass is a bit long, darling, and we're not supposed to be damaging the grass, because this is your haylage. Oh, go on then, hold on, let me hold on to my phone a bit better. Right, I'm going to let Ren have a little canter across there, just because, you know, the grass is looking good. She can still canter through it without any problems, so it needs to grow a little bit longer. There we go, darling. Are you happy now? Are you happy? You want to canter down there as well? Okay. Oh, Ren, Ren. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she's beautiful. Can't remember what I was saying now. That was a bit cool, wasn't it? Hello, Thistle do nicely. Hi, Paul. Nobody ever says nay horses. I like that. Paul, you always come up with the best sayings. And you're a fountain of knowledge about everything. Anyway, shall we go through here, Ren? Oh, hold on. Let's just push the gate from over there. It's a bit stuck because everything's overgrown now. I might have to use my foot. Sorry. Go on, Ren. It's not shut. There we go. Oh, the grass is a bit long there. So yeah, that grass is I'm quite happy with how that's looking, but it does still need a few more weeks. But you know, again, the good thing about the rain today is that that's going to help that grow. Oh, Peg, you'll just have to imagine that you're on Ren yourself. That was the whole idea of these hacks in the first place, so that anybody who either has never had the chance to ride or used to ride could actually feel like they were out with me, or they were out with Ren. Rocket Renske. It did, Tanya. It did, and you know, I'm feeling so much better already. You know, no doubt there'll be more tears later, but you know, these guys, they have looked after me for so many years, kept me strong. Hey Ren, yeah? And it's lovely that they can do that through a screen as well. I don't know whether you saw my video the other day of our wonderful visitor Heather, who's over in the UK from Australia at the moment, and it was really lovely to have her come and visit. Not just because she bought chocolates for everybody, you know, but just to know, as I do from, you know, all of you and your lovely comments, the effect that these horses have on you as well. Hey, check out my grass at the front here. This is all the seed that I scattered at the front here where it was so badly poached. That's growing quite well. That won't form part of the haylage that gets cut from this field, because they won't come down this far. But it's good, because if it creates a bit of a covering, then it won't get poached as quick as it usually would. Ren, did you want to stop for a pee, sweetheart? You feel like you want to stop for a pee. Yes, no? She can't quite decide. Oh, Peg, I remember when you sat on Yolanda. It is, Lindsay. It really is doing me lots of good. Thank you, Jamie, for reminding everybody to hit the like button. And you know, as always, if you've not subscribed to the channel, or you know anybody else who'd like to subscribe, then that would be fantastic. We're trying to grow the numbers and grow the following. But you know, it's a nice steady organic growth. You know, it's really important that we have people following the channel who get what it's all about, and that we don't look at ways to sort of grow the channel in a way where we're just getting a whole load of subscribers for subscribers' sake. You know, I love the fact that we're a lovely little community. You're all so supportive, and I love the fact I don't often see all the chats on the lives that we run on the yard, but sorry, Ren's just having a pee. I really love the fact that so many of you all just chat amongst yourselves, and yeah, it's really lovely. You know, when I pop the camera up in the field, I mean, I'd be interested to know whether there's any particular views that you'd like to see on one of the live cams, whether you'd like to see more of the camera between their ears as they mooch around the yard, or up with hoitzer and jubbers, or just on the turnout pens, or even the tie-up points, you know, for when we're washing horses, and maybe when Chris is here. Although some of the things Chris talks about maybe not be suitable for a live feed. Especially when him, Hol and Jodie get together. Yes, it might be a little X-rated. 83, gosh. Oh, it says 68 on mine, Diane, but for everybody who's here, even if you're not If you don't like to comment, it's, you know, whether you're a silent follower or an active follower, it's just lovely to have you here. It is the Frisian family. I've always said, you know, we're the Frisian village. Mind you, that's bad because then I'd be calling you all village people, wouldn't I? No, the Frisian family. I like that. Nancy, you're right. Sometimes you do just have to canter, and I know that Ren is going to want to canter when I turn up the top there. And I'll probably let her, but I might have to pick the reins up a little bit just because, although I harrowed this field once they came out, it is a little uneven, but Ren knows it really well. But because the grass is long, I might just need to just help her balance a little bit. $71 on yours, Paul. Excellent. They're all good numbers. All good numbers. I remember actually during the pandemic doing a hack, but you know, bearing in mind everybody was stuck at home then. And I was doing a hack. In fact, I was through this field, and there were over 200 people on the hack. Which probably, you know, during the pandemic when everyone's home, that's probably not a very good number, but I was massively impressed. So, you know, to have 60, 70, 80 people now is lovely. Hey, Ren. Oh, Ren. She says, I like this field. Isn't it pretty? All the flowers. I don't know whether you can hear the stream trickling there as well, or whether you can just hear wind. Can you put the camera in the rocks above Nero and have it rotate every 10 to 20 seconds to see the entire farm? At the moment, I can't rotate. I mean, Jodie's actually got a really good camera on Nell at home so that she can keep an eye on our puppies. She can rotate the camera, but I getting it. No, Ren, that's cheeky. That's cheeky. Just excuse me a minute. Ren, I might drop the phone. Okay, right, we're just going. That's really naughty of her, actually. I'm going to just pull her up because that was naughty. Ren. Right, no, we'll go when I say we go. No, you just walk for a minute. Just bear with me while we have a little bit of discipline. Thank you, sweetheart. Nah, I know you're keen. I know you're keen. But we'll just go nicely for a minute. We have to remember our manners. We have to remember our manners. Sorry, I don't know whether I lost you there because I had to just close the phone down a little bit. Ren, darling. Sorry, she's feeling very well. So I'm just going to just ask her to walk for a minute because I don't want to close the phone down. Right, Ren, just wait a minute. We'll face that way because if I face that way, she won't think she's going for a run because I just need to check that I've still got you on the live. Are we still live? Oh, we are. We are. Sorry, I thought I might have lost you there. So I'll have lost track of comments. I'm actually going to take her down the bottom track. Am I? Yes, because I think it might be a little bit uneven there. So we'll canter along the bottom where we just came instead. No, Ren, you have to have a bit of patience, darling. Oh, she's absolutely bouncing. She wants to go. She's like, Mum, let me go. Let me go. So yeah, sorry, I can't read the comments at the moment because I've just got the phone at a slight angle in my hand because I know that last week when I put it in my pocket, I lost you. I cut you all off, which was such a shame because I was going past the racecourse. But I do actually have that on the memory stick, and it was very cool. I just haven't got round to editing it and sharing it with you. Sorry. Oh, Ren. 19 going on 3. Look at you. Eh? Right, no, don't do that. Just because I'm moving my hand doesn't mean that you're going to go. And I don't want to drop my phone because I don't stand a chance of finding it in the long grass. Right, should we do a nice controlled canter? She said no, I can't do a controlled canter. Right, there we go. There we go. Ren, just go steady, darling. See, even at 19 and long grass, she's still got it in her. Haven't you? Hey? You've still got it in you. It's because she knows that we're going to do the beach. Hopefully on, sorry, just bear with me. She's just moved the saddle a little bit. There we go. She's going to do the beach on the summer solstice, which I can't remember the date of it now. Is it the 20th? I think it's the 20th. Oh, Ren, you just moved the saddle. Sorry if that was a little bit wonky. DJ, you've never seen this channel before. Well, welcome. Welcome to our little community. Is that what you call shaking the fidgets out of her? Yeah, I like that, Lorna. Oh dear. Lindsay, you know what? As I said before, they really don't come any better than Ren. She's, yeah, more than worth her weight in gold, aren't you, darling? Hey? But interesting, just cantering along there, I can feel how, you know, we've not done as much loosening and stretching work with her as we would ordinarily have done by this time of year, just because of time pressures. So what she does is, because where her stiffnesses are, she pushes me one way, and then that makes the saddle move a little bit if I'm not keeping myself straight. So I think we need to do a little bit more groundwork, don't we, darling? Hey? But did you enjoy that? I did, and I think everybody on the screen did as well. There we go. Oh, is you tired now? Hey? I think she thoroughly enjoyed that. She so desperately wanted to do that. Summer solstice ride. I don't remember what I said to you last week. Did I say that it was going to be just me and Ren, or did I mention anybody else going? That's really bad. I can't even remember. Thursday, 20th of June. Frey, you'll remind me and everyone, won't you? Summer solstice. Trish, you're a Nero girl. Everybody's got a favourite. Everyone has. There's a lot of Hunnis Angel Eyes favourites out there. Iceman favourites. Uber. Look at little Princicle. That's him on the right, in his beautiful new fly sheet. We were actually going to take all the sheets off today because the wind keeps the clegs away, but because it's gone so cold, we actually thought, no, we're going to leave them on just to give them a little bit of warmth, even though they're not there to keep them warm. But the good thing about them being out is they can run around and regulate their own temperature. What's that, Frey? I don't think you mentioned it as you needed to look at the tide times. Oh, I did, and I haven't done that. That's one of many, many things I haven't done. Oh, Karen, so many people fell in love with Nero straight away. Right, okay, Frey, if I don't do that tonight, can you remind me tomorrow when you come in? Thank you, Diane. I have thoroughly enjoyed this ride, and I think Ren has too. We'll go and see the boys and our little 4 sheep. little four sheepies who I know that Jodie's Phil is going to come and shear them within the next week or so, and then Wendy is visiting us next week, and then when she's on her way back from her travels she's going to come and pick up the next batch of fleeces, and she's got some really exciting things planned for what she's going to make with this year's fleece. Yeah, really cool, really cool. Anyway, there's the little Hannes, Angel Eyes, who was in earlier. He came in for a bath and a clean up. Jodie tidied his eye up and put his creams on. Hello, Hannes. It's your birthday on Friday. It is. And of course it's also Tamara's birthday on Friday. So I have to say I'm going to be really bad for Hannes. So Hannes, I will give him little treats in the morning, but I'm actually going to go out with Tamara and Tia and Bailey for the afternoon for Tamara's birthday. And then on Saturday, I think I've briefly mentioned it before, we have a new temporary resident arriving. But again, I think I've promised you a video on her, but for some reason I don't seem to have found the time, and we'll wait until she arrives and then I'll tell you a bit more about her. But we're just helping her out and her owner out. And then we'll be placing her in foster care, but she will be under our care for her lifetime. Definitely. What's that, Diane? Tamara's 22. She'll love you for that. So I'm really sorry if I've missed some comments here. Lorna, you've got good taste. Anya, yeah, Anya's your girl. She's my girl as well. Mind you, last night, I have to say, I know in my video I said I'd finish my 4.5 hour drive home, but I actually hadn't. I didn't get back to the farm until 11 o'clock last night. And it's only because I was trying to do the video before I got home while I was sat in the back of the lorry. But I got back here and all I could hear was Anya, but I couldn't see her anywhere. And it turned out she was right at the top of the hill up there, and she just kept shouting at me. So I trekked all the way up there in the dark, thinking, oh no, she's gone and got herself stuck. And she was just up there. She wouldn't come back down the banking with me the other way. She refused. And she was only happy when I let her into this little paddock up, because obviously thought for us tasty, you know, where, not that she's demanding at all, but you know, it's Anya. She gets what she wants, really. Anyway, I'm going to hop off rather than do this one from horseback. There's Dow waiting, because I was going to do something with you today, but that didn't happen either. Right, are you in? And you're... No. No. You know what, and you probably did know that I was sad, because they all pick up on that. They all pick up on edges, and it's. I was talking to a very good friend of mine when I was driving back yesterday, and she was telling me how her mare is all of a sudden really full of herself and really sparkly and lively, and how different she was from how she was several months ago. And my friend is actually far happier in life than she was several months ago, so it just shows that her mare had picked up on it, and they do. And you know, again, that's why, although it's sombre at the yard, it's, you know, and all the horses will have picked up on it. It's important to, you know, try and keep those positive energies there, keep everything, you know, look at the good stuff that's going on. One of which is, I'm going to show you in a second once I get Ren's bridle off. What have I missed? Peggy's still waiting for him to confirm. Oh, what's that? I've missed something there. Sorry, sorry for the comments I've missed. I'm just going to get Ren her apple. There we go, darling. You are the best. Enjoy our Wednesday nights out. Thank you do. Yes. Sorry, that's not a very good camera angle. She wants to hear scratchies now. Oh, she wants to hear scratchies. Whoa. Yeah. Is that nice? Yeah. Nice. Shall I get an apple? I've got very, very itchy ears. Very itchy ears. Look, I've got your apple up here. I hid it so that Anya couldn't steal it. Because she does have a habit of doing that sometimes. You have your apple. As always, thank you who's donating apples. Still with me because sometimes it's off when we're here. I haven't done anything stealing my apple. 95. Oh my goodness, we've got 116 people on. That's amazing. Thank you all for joining us. I think that's a record for us on YouTube. So thank you. I really, really do appreciate it. Gosh, that happened. That happened. Hey. So look, we got in there now. To say hello. Sorry, you didn't get any of that apple. Do you want me to go and get you one? Hey? Annie still has her fly sheet on because obviously she's a sensitive soul. Sponsored by Lindsay. Lindsay, it's your girl. And Karen, both Karens. There's little Floppy Doo. Hello, Flops. Don't look too closely down there because his sarcoid's been ringed again. But he's doing all right. Aren't you, darling? You're going to come and say hello to everyone? Yeah. He says no. I'm snoozing. And then little Nero. Here's little Nero. He's rugged up because he's a bit leaner and because, you know, I worry about his temperature at the moment. I'm just keeping him a little bit warmer. Hello, monkey. Say hello to all your adoring fans. Yush. 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 But yeah, his nose is a lot better. I don't know whether I've got the angle right for you to see. But he was